We're back for multiplying decimals, the essentials. If you can answer this lovely simple question, what is 0.1 times 0.1? You probably already know, but some people might have the fundamental flawed reasoning that it could be just 0.1. But let's have a go. This is the misconception. As 1 times 1 is equal to 1, then by comparison you think that 0.1 times 0.1 is equal to 1, which is incorrect. But the correct reasoning here on the right in this square is that the answer is actually 0.01, as you are multiplying 1/10 of 1/10, which means 1/10 times 1/10. And here, when we have a look at multiplying, we multiply the numerators, which is 1, which is get here, and then we multiply denominators, which we get 100. And then that is the same as saying 0.01. We'll go into more detail in the next following slides. Question, here we go, here's the explanation. Consider the simplest case as we've shown before, 0.1 times 0.1, same as saying 1/10. So we change it to a fraction that we know. So if we're saying 0.1, 0.1, we change them to the fractions here and here. Hence that we know that 1/10 times 1/10 can be seen as 1/10 of that. So remember 0.1 times 0.1, 1/10 of 1/10, which is 100. Here's the maths. So we change that to that, and we multiply the top here, and we multiply the bottom, and then we get 1 times 1 is 1. And then we get the 10 times 10, which is 100. On your calculator, it'd be 0.01. We'll have a look at how we do that without the use of a calculator, which we all should be able to do with some sort of decent skills. There's the answer. Great if you got that. If not, let's learn how we do get that number. For example, we're going to have a look at how we work out this number in terms of decimals. What is the value of 54.321 times 0.06? Most people could do that probably in their heads. Most people use the calculator, but this is how we do it without the use of a calculator. So we can change that to, we know how to multiply 54,321 by 6, and then we have to cope with a number of decimal points. Here's some 3 simple rules to follow by that gets us to the answer you want without the use of a calculator. Number 1, firstly, perform the multiplication as if there is no decimal points. There it is there. 3256, or you could say the exact same number. We're just putting in the 0 where the decimal point is to the far right of that number. Secondly, we count how many digits are behind or to the right of the decimal point in both numbers. So here's where the decimal point is when we get the number. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then here's the decimal point if we've got the number 1, 2. Hence we got the numbers 3 plus 2, the total number is 5. Third, we insert the decimal point, how many digits to the right, to give the correct answer. So if we have the number 325,926, this is where we got the decimal point. So now we put in the decimal point. I'll just do that in a different color, red, and we go off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's to 5 places there, and then hence the answer 3.25926. So here we go. We have to note that what happens if one needs to move the decimal point more positions than there are digits. So this case arises. Let's have a look what we mean by this example. If we have the result 76 from the first stage by multiplying 0.19 by 0.04, so here we could see there are decimal point positions 4 to the right of 76. So we need to add some zeros to the left of the number. Now it depends on how many you need on the number of decimal points. So if we move 4 positions to the left, we have the number 76. We first write in 4 positions from the left. I put in 3 zeros here, 3 zeros, and then we get the answer. So when we put 0 0.0076. It's 4 positions from the left, or so forth. So then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Hence, I can put the 0 here. Here's an example to go through. What is 0.2 times 0.6? So first step here, I would recommend you following the steps. So write it down as if there's no decimal points. So that's 2 times 6, and then have a look at the numbers to the right of that. You've got 1 decimal point, 2 decimal points, hence equal to 2. So have a look at those, the second step. And then we write down the numbers. If we need a 0, we add. So here we've got 0, 1, 2, and then we go from the right 1, 2, and then hence the answer 0.12. Second example, can we do this one? 0.02 times 0.3. Again, following the steps and the rules, write down the actual numbers. If you're multiplying, 2 times 3 is 6. Have a count on how many decimal points here. Here's 1, and there's 1, 2, there's 2. So the total is equal to 3. Write down the number. So 0, 0, 0, 6, because there's 3. We go here, here's the decimal point from the right, so we go 1, 2, 3, so that's the third one, second one, first one, hence the decimal point is here, and then we get the answer 0.06. Third and final example, hope you're getting this. Just follow these simple steps, you can't go wrong. Practice makes perfect, or perfect practice makes perfect in this case. Final one, let's see. 24.7 times 0.4. So first stage is multiply out as if it is a multiplication without the decimal points. Digit to the right of the decimal point is equal to 2, so we counted them off from numbers. So there's 1, and then as if it was, and there's a second one. 1 plus 1 is 2. Move 2 decimal places to the right of that number, so 988. So remember, there's the decimal point there. So then we go 1, 2, and you get your answer. Hopefully you've got this nice and easy, good skill to learn, especially when you have your maths paper without the use of a calculator.